Alright, so we're going to be looking at direct method B. We looked at direct method A last week, and the same quadrilateral that we used in last week construction, we're reusing that today. Alright, so first, I'm going to show you how the reduction is done in direct method B. Right? So first thing, in the center of the shape, alright, you're going to choose a point in the center, and that point you're going to label as P. Right? Now after you choose that point, from the center you're going to draw a line through each of the vertices of the shape. So you can see that from P, I'm drawing through a line through point B, then I'm drawing through a line through point A, then through point D, and then through C, right? So you have your point there, and you have the lines going through each of the vertices of the shape. All right. So now that we have that, the next thing we're going to do is draw a line straight down like that from point P. All right. And the reason why I'm doing that is because we have to divide one of these lines, right? It can be any one. We have to divide it into 5 equal parts. So what's the reason for dividing it into 5 equal parts? The reason is because the ratio for the reduction is 3 to 5, right? So since the last number in the ratio is 5, we have to divide a line into 5 equal parts. So I'm going to choose this line here that is going through point A to divide into 5 equal parts. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so now I can divide the line into 5 parts. So I just realized that if I use this line, it will be harder to me since my camera is on the left hand side, right? So I would knock down the camera. So I'm going to use this line here that is going through B. Alright, remember you can use any line. It doesn't matter which one you use. So you just have to connect point 5 to where B is. And then using your ruler and set square, you can slide the rest of the line. Alright, so that there is my line divided. And now remember the ratio is 3 to 5. We have to reduce the shape in the ratio 3 to 5. So you look for where point 3 is, right? And note that point 3 would be here on the division, right? So you see that it touches that point there on the division. So now you have to set your set square parallel to AB, right? Set your set square parallel to AB. And then you're going to slide it to where that division is. And then you draw your line. So That line there is going to give you A1 and B1. Alright? So you already have 2 points there. Then you can slide the other side, which is BC. So you set your set square and ruler parallel to BC. And you slide it to where B1 is. And that is going to give you C1. Alright? So note that the same lines that are going through A is also going through A1. Same line going through B is also going through B1. Right? Etc. So now we're going to slide the other side, which is DC. To where C1 is. And that is going to give us D1. And then to complete the reduction, all we need to do is connect A1 to D1. Right? And that is your reduced shape, right? So we're going to move on to the enlargement now. Alright, so now we have to do the enlargement and we're reusing the same shape again. So the only thing that is going to change is the ratio, right? The ratio that we're going to use is 8 to 5, right? So keep that in mind. So the 4 steps for the enlargement are going to be the same as the reduction, right? Choose a point in the center and you label it as point P, right? After you choose your point, you draw lines from your point through each of the vertices of the shape, right? So we're basically repeating the same steps from the reduction, right? Only some steps would be different. So again, draw a line down from where point P is, right? Since the last number in the ratio is 5, we're going to divide this line here again into 5 equal parts. Alright, so same steps again. Alright, so that's going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divisions, right? So now, the next step would be to take the measurement of one of the divisions, right? So using my compass, I'm going to take the measurement from B to this division here, right? So you can see me taking the measurement of one division, and then from B, I'm going to scribe 1, 2, 3 arcs. So that is going to give me 6, 7, 8. Alright? So the reason why 3 arcs are scribed is when you minus 5 from 8, remember 8 is the first number in the ratio, you get 3. Right? So that's how you get the other 3 points, right? 6, 7, and 8. So now we use the same principle again where you're going to slide the lines to where point 8 is, right? So first, set this at square to where BC is and your ruler. Alright? Then I'm going to slide to where point 8 is, right? Then I'm going to draw my line. So that there is going to give me B1 and C1. So now I can set my set square parallel to where DC is. And slide it to where C1 is. And that there is going to give me D1. Alright? So basically the same steps that you are doing for the reduction is the same thing you're doing for the enlargement where you slide the set square. It's just that you're sliding it to a different point. Right? So you can see I'm sliding AD to where D1 is. And that gives you A1. Right? And finally, all you need to do is connect A1 to B1. And that's your enlarged shape.